Carrie, here we are.
Here we are.
Cry Pretty Tour, finally. You announced this last August.
Yes.
What does it feel like for you to finally be here?
It feels good. Just so much hard work has gone into it. So many people. We're in the final hours, you know, and we've been rehearsing like crazy. I think everybody's just running off of coffee right now. But it's been really good.
And what happens on that stage, which is the shape of what, by the way?
It's the shape of an eye, kind of abstract. Had to make it all make sense in the grand scheme of, you know, people playing music and such. But yeah, it's just it's everybody just getting to step out and put on a show. You know, it's not a concert.
Yeah.
It's an experience, and
the 360 is part of that experience.
Yes,
right?
it's being able to just see as many people. We did in the round on the last tour, and I was like, I just don't feel like I can go back. Like, I felt like I got to connect with so many more people when I was on that stage that we just wanted to. I wanted to be able to do that again.
And that connection with the fans so important to you. I know you even had a call out on Instagram saying, tell me how the Champion song,
yes,
what it means to you.
Oh, we've had so many inspiring stories of how people are like, it got me through this, or somebody I knew, or, you know, it makes me think of this person, and we just wanted them to be able to be a part of it. And I mean, you know, I wanted to do the song, and it just seemed like a great way to get more people involved, and we've had some really cool stories coming in, so I'm excited to get some fans up on stage to fill in for Ludacris. Nobody can be Ludacris, but we can have some fun with it.
So they get to come up and rap.
They do.
Wow.
They do.
That's
it also
impressive.
keeps me from attempting to rap, which don't want to hear that.
I think I want to see that.
Maybe someday. Maybe.
Was it a little bit like birthing a baby, this whole process, too?
I mean, it has been, and I feel very fortunate that I have a lot of people around me that have really, you know, I obviously am dealing with, you know, a 4-year-old and a 3-month-old, and kind of trying to juggle life, so a lot of other people have really stepped up and been able to do all the details and things that I'm just like, my brain can't process. Like, it's been really good.
I mean, you set the bar way high for all working moms out there. Having a 3-month-old and stepping on the stage for a world tour.
But it's all the same. Like, my job's just different. It's just a little different. And but the working momville thing, I mean, we're all just in it together. And
don't worry, working moms, you don't have to go on tour.
No, but everything that we all do is just as difficult, but in different ways, you know. And I know what it's like to juggle, and that's just what parents do.
I'm thinking about where you are in your life right now, coming back, of course, from that horrible injury that you had a little over a year ago. You talked about, you know, what you had to go through to get pregnant, and now finally having another little baby boy, and being on that stage. How has that changed you, stepping out on that stage this time around?
I feel a lot more confident in myself, and I feel like there's many reasons for that. You know, the more you go through in life, even though at the time you're not really understanding why things happen the way they happen, when you come out on the other side, you still might not exactly understand why, but you come out on the other side stronger, and you take that knowledge and what you learned from those difficult circumstances, and you know, you just figure things out. You apply it to your life now, and you learn from it, and you're a better person for it. And I mean, I feel like we all have our things that we deal with on a daily basis, and like I said, it's just about taking that and learning from it.
Is there a special verse, or maybe even in the Champion or something that really is like, that's my story? That's, you know. I
mean, I feel like there's a lot that I do, and a lot of songs that I've been fortunate enough to write and sing, and things that I work with that, you know, it is all about staying the path, and it is all about putting one foot in front of the other. And I mean, everything that I do, I feel like all goes hand in hand, and I write the songs I write, and I work on the things that I work on because that's what I'm passionate about, that's what I love, and it all goes together. You know, it's all positive. It's all striving to move forward and, you know, be better.
And this is the first time you've co-produced this album as well, so that had to mean a lot for you, knowing that this is, part of you really involved from beginning, middle, and end, all the way through.
It's taking control.
Yeah.
It's taking more ownership of the things that I do and the music that I make. And I wasn't sure if I would be any good or have enough to contribute. And then once I got in there, it was just so much fun just being creative in a whole different kind of way.
How were you not sure that you wouldn't be good enough?
Well, it's sitting in the studio
Yeah.
and you're talking to musicians and you're
Yeah.
trying to figure out how you want things to sound and hoping that what I like, other people will like, because that's all I'm doing. When I write songs, when we are in the studio and I'm singing and producing and things like that, I'm making what I want to hear, and I just hope that other people want to hear it too. And the response has been really great, so I guess I was on the right track.
You've nailed it.
Thank you.
Once again. Tell me about little 3-month-old Jacob, and what is it like having him now on tour with you? You were doing this with Isaiah when he was just a baby. He's now 4.
Yes. Oh, I'm going to have them all out on the road with me, which will definitely be a whole new experience. But going out on the road with a 3-month-old, I'm tired. but I mean, how many people get to take their children to work with them? And how, as busy as we are, he's here during the day, and we have a little area that he can play in, and I get to see him in my breaks. And how many people get to do that? I'm so lucky.
I saw you had the pictures this morning of the headphones on him.
Yes.
So he's here. He's got the little headphones on, and you said he didn't seem too impressed.
Well, he'll get
taking
into
a nap.
it sometimes, and then other times it's just nap time.
Nap time.
I just look at him. I'm
How do you keep him on
through all this?
Yeah. How do you keep him on a schedule?
We do schedule-ish.
Oh yes,
Ish. As good as it can get.
That's what you do when you're a new parent.
Yeah.
I mean, how blessed are you? I have to think also Isaiah must feel so cool, like the big brother. How's he handling being big bro?
He loves being a big brother.
Yeah.
He calls Jacob my baby. How's my baby? I want to see my baby. So he, which is great. He takes ownership over that too, and he's always willing to help if I ever ask him to go get me a diaper or something. He's task oriented, so he really likes to help out.
Do you feel like your family is complete, or will you still someday like to add more?
I do not know at this point. It's such a difficult road to get where we are now, and I'll have to evaluate after this tour is over. Then we can talk about what's next. But I've been a lot of kind of live in the moment lately, and I think that's good. I am kind of a planner, and I really do like knowing what's around every corner. And if there's anything the past couple of years have taught me, it's that you don't know what's going to happen next, and there's no way you can plan for everything or make everything be the way you want it. So but it's been good for me to just kind of be present and live in the moment and stop trying so hard to plan out the entire rest of my life.
I think a lot of us, we do that, and then when it doesn't go according to plan, then you feel like you failed.
Right.
And I think that's the danger.
Moms.
Yeah.
I feel like moms put a lot of pressure on themselves to have it all together and know everything and plan for everything, and it's impossible. And if you set yourself up for that, you do feel like you failed.
Well, that's why I love that you've had a lot of women start the conversation of destigmatizing miscarriages, which so many of us, myself included, have had a miscarriage. And it's something that's so painful, and a lot of women don't talk about. You feel like, I did something wrong. It didn't stack up to the way it was supposed to go.
Right.
And thank you for doing that, for having women talk about it more. It's
been interesting, even people in my life, for them, when you're going through it and then other people say that they've been there too, for anything, anything that happens in your life, you're kind of like, okay, I'm not alone. And that means a lot, just to know that there are other people out there that understand.
What has the response been like to you? If people come forward and talk to you and personally reached out to you after you shared your experiences? Yeah, I mean, I've definitely had people, come up to me on the street and just cry, and just say, again, it's just nice to know that somebody knows what it feels like. You've also talked about how this time around coming back from pregnancy has been harder. to get back in shape and to get back
Yes.
to, you know, being able to get on that stage.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it again goes back to the putting so much pressure on yourself, and I'm bad at that, to be honest, and I feel like that's part of why I am driven, and I'm like, I hold a high standard for myself, and I try to like make light of it and stuff like that by saying that. But you do, if you set the bar too high and you have unrealistic expectations, at some point you're going to realize I'm not there, and again, you're going to feel like you failed.
Right.
And it's ridiculous. You know, my son is 3 months old, and I was expecting to, I don't know what I was expecting, to be quite honest.
Well, you look great.
Thank
so.
you. I feel really good.
Yeah.
And it's because I stopped trying to be perfect immediately,
Yeah.
and I started putting one foot in front of the other instead of trying to plan everything out. Putting one foot in front of the other and being on my journey and being on my path, and, you know, thinking about my end goal. And it really doesn't matter exactly when I reach that goal, as long as I just keep putting one foot in front of the other.
I think that's such an important thing, and another way you connect with your fans in that way too, because I think there is this unrealistic expectation that after you have a baby, 6 weeks later, you're going to like pop back and be perfect.
And I'm so
that
happy
doesn't
for
happen.
the girls that can do that. I'm so happy for them. And I felt like the first time around with Isaiah, it was easier for me to do that. And I think that's just the way of it. So you kind of have unrealistic expectations about the second time. It's going to be just like the first time. And it wasn't. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
Again, putting it on myself. And then I had to just wipe that clean and say, okay, I need to feel good. I need to work out for me, putting one foot in front of the other, and, you know, just getting better little by little and feeling better little by little. And now I feel like I can finally run around that stage, and I'm not winded, and I'm like, okay, I can feel improvement, and that's enough to keep me going.
Yeah. And you said the kids are going to join you the entire tour, 55 cities?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
My husband may take Isaiah, our 4-year-old, if he goes home and visits family and stuff like that, he may take him with him. And but for the most part, it's going to be
busy lady.
The Partridge Family, pretty much. I'm going to have to give him a job to do. My husband, I mean.
Your husband.
Tour
manager, bus manager. He's merch.
Yeah.
Head of merch.
There you go.
And for your fans out there who, if they have a chance to come see you, what do you want this concert to mean to them?
I mean, we have fun. We have impactful moments. I want people to leave feeling uplifted. We have a lot of positivity in the show. The other ladies that are on tour with me, Maddie and Tay and Runaway June.
I love them.
They're
so amazing.
They're all the sweetest, super talented, obviously gorgeous, smart ladies. You know, I want little girls to come and sit in these seats and be inspired and be like, look how many girls are up on stage right now, like killing it. You know, I can do that too.
Yeah.
That's important to all of us.
Who inspired you?
As far as artists?
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up with so many incredible women in country music to look up to. Trisha Yearwood, Reba, Faith Hill. She was my first concert with Alan Jackson. But just to see women like that were like, you literally can do it all. Like, you are beautiful. You are smart. You are so talented. And to think a lot of them came from little towns like mine. And I mean, it was everything to have positive female role models in country music that I could look up to.
Do you feel like there's more of the empowerment in country music for women than there are maybe in other genres of music?
I mean, I feel like there are some very incredibly talented female artists. We need some more that people can get to know. But you know, we are full of strong women. You know, it's country music. It's part of our history. Women that they didn't take crap from anybody. You know, you look at Loretta Lynn, and a lot of her songs were controversial at the time, but she was just an empowered woman, being an empowered woman, and it was amazing to be able to have somebody like her to look up to.
Yeah, Absolutely. All right, we got a gym workout I hear we're going to go do, right?
We do.
So this is part of Carrie's keeping in shape on tour.
And that's
Which
such
is so
an important
cool.
part of
Yeah.
what I do.
Gotta keep
It
the
allows
energy up.
me to be better up there, having that, like hour in the morning. I'm a better mom. I'm a better
Yeah.
performer. I'm a better wife. Like, I just feel better when I get to do that. So
You
I'm
feel
glad I
better
get to
about
show you.
yourself, right?
Yes.
And you feel like, oh, I can do that,
Yeah.
whether it's a lunge
Feel
or a
strong.
push-up.
Yeah.
All right, let's go hit the gym,
All right.
which is a bus, which is so cool.
Let's go hit the bus. It doesn't sound as cool.
No, let's go hit the bus,
Hit
Jim.
the gym.